Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Put the Ball Down podcast. I am your host, Coach Norm. With me, like always, my hermano. I don't know why I like calling you my hermano.
Yeah, that's new.
Coach Corey. I called you that in the last one.
I mean, you only do it for a podcast, but okay. Go ahead.
Do I?
Yes.
Okay, we'll edit this out.
No, don't edit it out if you feel comfortable doing it. Oh, you mean this part? They're talking about it.
No, no. I said I was just going to restart the whole thing.
Okay, go ahead. Knock yourself out.
So I won't say hermano.
I like it, though. I don't know what the hell it means, but...
Hermano just means brother.
Oh, okay.
Just means brother.
Fine. Yeah. But you never call me that outside of this, though.
No, because if I talk to you in Spanish, what are you going to be like? What the fuck did you call me?
Say?
Yeah. What did you say?
What did you just say?
So it's funny because you didn't know what it was. Now you know what it is.
All right, now I know. So it's good then.
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
So I got to use a different word.
Right.
El cabrón.
Who?
No,
what?
That's a bad word.
Dude, why are you calling me that?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Put the Ball Down podcast. I am your host, Coach Norm. And as always, my hermano, Coach Corey.
It's good.
What's up, Coach? We haven't done all these in a while.
Yep. It's been a minute.
It has. We were just getting things together, learning how to do this the right way or the best way. Corey was getting new haircuts, looking fresh.
Again, Keith Boyce, Culture Shock, Barbershop.
Looking fresh. Look good. Looks good. Everybody's been talking about it.
Yeah. A lot. Like, I didn't realize it that many people paid attention to when I got a haircut.
Yeah, I mean, you usually look like a bum, you said. Isn't that what you said?
I must, because it's the attention that I'm getting from it.
Good attention,
look
though.
like a
Good
bum
attention.
any other time. So, yeah, good attention.
It's good attention.
Yeah.
All right. What have you done since the last time we recorded? Anything fun?
Not too much. I did spend a week with my nephews. Yeah, that was different but fun at the same time. So getting to be with him all week and kind of hang out and.
Okay, so I have a bunch of boys. You have girls at home. How was it with 3 boys for a whole week?
Different. Very, 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 very. Could I add another very different in there? Because they're active. They're like always active. Where with Brooklyn and Raven, it's more give me the Netflix, TV, social media, and they're good. Like, only other time they bother you is when they're hungry. But with the boys, it's like nonstop. There's always something going on. Not necessarily bad, but there's something going on. And then you're always like just wondering, like, okay, what are they doing? I haven't heard anything for like a minute.
That's scary quiet.
Scary quiet.
Scary quiet.
Then you're kind of
what are you doing?
Right. But for the most part, good time. We went to a track meet.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Different though. Very different.
Why?
Because before when we would, I'm pretty sure you ran track.
Love track.
Okay. So when we go to track meets, it was like you're there the whole 2 hours, rooting for your teammates, doing your events, that type of thing. Where this one's like, as soon as the person was done with their event, they're gone. Like they left. And I was like.
I left the whole meet?
Left the whole meet.
Like COVID rules? Or?
I don't know if it was necessarily rules or if it was one of those things where they just said, if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. We don't want to keep people there if they don't feel comfortable being there the whole time. So,
That's weird.
Yeah, very weird.
Ooh, I used to love it, having your whole team up in the stands after they're done with their events and then everybody's cheering for the 4x4 at the end. That's exciting.
Yes, didn't get to see the 4x4 at the end.
It's okay, I finished my event. Peace.
Right. Yeah.
You don't even get to know if your team won the meet.
Right. So probably next day. Or maybe if the coach sent out the message or something at the end.
So, that's weird.
Yeah. COVID's really changing a lot.
How'd your nephew do at the meet?
Considering it was his first meet, I would say he did good. He had some shoe function problems.
Shoe came off while he was running?
Nah.
Oh.
Just one of the straps broke. He wasn't, he basically, there was no practice. He had 1 day of practice because football season ended. Track season started a week ago. So he didn't have, It was just 1 day of practice, jump in, here you go.
He's been conditioning in football.
Yeah, but not the same though. It's
No,
not the same. It's not the same. So I mean, considering it was his first meet, he did okay. Now I want him, he has more practice and get the right cleats and stuff, and we'll see what he does.
Track was fun. I love track.
Yeah.
What else you guys do?
That's about it. Just hung out.
Daddy daycare for a week.
Daddy daycare.
Okay.
No hospital visit. So
No-
that was
yes.
that was my biggest concern. Like,
Yeah, when you're babysitting.
please don't let me have to call the parents and say, "Hey,
We're in the hospital.
we're in the hospital. I need the insurance information."
Oh.
I was that literally every day. Just don't have to go to
That's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary. What did we do? We went to Top Golf. That was fun.
I like Top Golf.
That was fun. We did Top Golf with the kids. We had a game night where we played board games. We played charades.
Charades.
That's a
great.
fun game. And that's with a 4-year-old. I
Right.
was having the time of my life seeing him act out some stuff.
Right.
Oh, he was.
Did you record any of that?
No. We had to put the phones away. We had this
Oh,
rule,
yeah,
family
okay.
week.
Okay, yeah, that makes
So
sense.
we put the phones away. So fun. I wish I would have recorded it. Charades is fun. Now I want to do charades with adults. I've never
Yes.
done charades with adults.
I would say adult charades with liquor or no liquor, because it's different.
Well, I mean, which way? It's more fun with liquor.
Well, it all depends. As long as everybody does it in moderation, and you're there to have
Oh.
a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Was that a PSA?
Absolutely.
In moderation.
In moderation.
As I drink my CBD.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'll be fun. Sign me up for that too. Top Golf and family charade, adult charades. When you do that, sign me up for those two.
We'll have a little party. That'd be fun. No masks. No mask required.
No mask required?
No.
Okay. What about vaccinations?
Oh, stop it. Are you going to get
I'm
vaccinated?
just saying. Yes. Last.
You are?
Yes, absolutely.
It scares me.
I'm going to be the last person to do it. And yes.
It
Then
scares
I
me.
won't be scared then. Right now, maybe a little.
I don't know. Every time I turn on the news, they're like, the next vaccine is giving blood clots. And I was like, oh. I was like, I'm too dumb for this. Like, I don't know. Is it good for you or
Dumb
not?
for it.
I'm too dumb. Yeah, that's why I don't even pay attention to politics. I'm not smart enough to understand all that.
Right.
So, sports. That's why sports consume my life. Outside of games, we built birdhouses, arts and craft day.
Arts and craft day.
Yeah, we built birdhouses. I was so lazy. I didn't put the roof on my birdhouse, and I was like, I'm not going to hang it up on the tree. I'm just going to put it on the table and just put the seeds inside without a roof.
Now, what kind of example is that?
I was thinking forward.
Forward
I'm going to get the
thinking?
most birds because they're going to just be able to dump in. They got to go through little holes.
Yeah, I guess so.
My birds are going to be nice and fat. Mhm. Healthy.
Overly.
Man, outside of that. Oh, play some flag football. So I have a nice little tan going. I got burnt, man. My shoulders are on fire right now. I didn't
Really?
even want to wear a shirt for this show.
I didn't think it was that hot. Well,
I burned easy.
Oh, okay.
I burned
That's why.
really easy. I look like what's the dude from SpongeBob? Mr. Krabs. Last time I went to Puerto Rico, I looked like Mr. Krabs.
Wow.
Just in pain, just red, like really red. Not good with sun.
No.
That's why I don't do that tanning and stuff and going to the beaches. Nah.
Yeah. No, I don't do the tanning thing. I don't think I need to. And I don't think I've ever burned. I don't think I've ever had a sunburn. Because how you say you hot or it's sore, I've never had that.
Yeah, it feels hot.
Yeah.
Probably in a couple of days I'll peel like a snake.
Oh.
You've never peeled or had a
No.
sunburn? Do black people get sunburns?
I don't know.
I've never asked. Never known this.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Huh.
I've never.
My grandfather was, he was dark.
Right.
He just got darker.
That's what happens with me.
Yeah,
Darker. I don't
He
burn.
didn't peel or burn. He just got darker.
Right.
Okay, what were we talking about? Our week. That was pretty much it for me too. Oh, we did put a futon together for your daughter.
Oh, I forgot about that. We did do that.
That was an adventure. A lot of good stories came out of that. A lot of good stories.
Fun times, right? It's always good to have fun. I mean, those are moments. Those are, we think about this a couple years later and be like, oh, remember that time we put together that futon? But it only took us like, what, hour and a half? 2 hours? Was it 2 hours? I don't think it was a whole 2 hours.
No, it was. I mean, you're trying to duck and dodge a story, but I'm gonna tell it.
What are you talking about? There's no story to duck and dodge.
So we're putting together this futon. So we're at your ex-wife's house.
Correct.
We're in the girls' room, putting together this futon. Corey goes, "Hey, time out. I gotta go potty." Bathroom it's like a master bathroom inside the bedroom, right?
Correct.
So Corey goes in there. It's so weird. Like that bathroom has a window at the top of the ceiling, which you can't really look into.
Right. Unless you had a 10-foot ladder.
Yeah. So that was odd, first of all.
Right.
I was like, there's a window in the bathroom pointing into the bedroom. So weird. But Corey takes his time out, goes to the bathroom. Pretty sure it was number 2. Pretty sure he was going number 2.
What gives you that idea? I was only gone for like 30 seconds.
Dude, I could taste you.
No. That's
Ew.
wrong choice of words.
No, so Corey's going number 2. He's taking a poopsie. And up comes Grandma into the room. Grandma's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing up here?" I'm like, "Oh, we're just building a futon." I hope Corey doesn't walk out of that bathroom. Right? 3 seconds later, the door cracks open and out comes Corey. And Grandma goes, "Hey, Corey." I'm like, I hope she does not have to use the bathroom.
And I said the exact same thing. I hope she does not go into the bathroom.
And she walks in.
Not very long, though.
Not at all. You, me, and Brooklyn, we're dying. We're like, oh, she walked.
Yeah.
And she came out so fast. What did she say when she came out? You
could have
warned me. Dude, I cried.
I didn't know what to do in that moment. It was like,
what was your reaction? You just covered your mouth.
I just covered my mouth. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. And then when she says, "You could have warned me," I'm like, you saw me come out. Like, I think that was the warning. You saw me come out.
I would have went right back there. Like, I'll wait till she goes back downstairs.
I should have. Yes, that's probably what I should have done.
No, you came out. You were like, after you. That was bad.
Oh, good laugh though.
That was so funny. I hadn't laughed that hard in so long. Like I cried. I cried. I couldn't look at Brooklyn because Brooklyn's like,
she's on the floor. Yeah, she could not stop laughing.
oh,
Could not. I'm like, really? You're laughing at your grandma? Like, what she just went through there? All you can do is laugh.
Grandma's like, okay, I'm going downstairs.
Right. She left quickly, to say the least.
Oh my God, that was funny.
That
was good.
Bad, but I apologize. I do apologize. Shouldn't do that to someone.
Hey, we all poop.
But we shouldn't let someone walk into it.
You let her walk in. You didn't stop. You could have given a verbal warning.
I could have.
You opened the door for her.
No, I didn't open the door for her. I got out of the way.
Such a gentleman.
She walked in. So
you got out of her way, like, okay.
Right, okay. She wouldn't do that.
You're on your Oh, that was fun. That was fun. If anybody has any fun pooping stories.
For us.
For us it was, not for her. She probably still smells it.
Oh.
See, that's a memory you're gonna have now.
Oh man.
Forever. All right. Been getting a lot of questions.
Okay.
For one,
I didn't do it.
They said, how did we come up with the name Put the Ball Down Podcast?
Oh. Great question. And it was a lot of text messages exchanged before it was like days, maybe 2 or 3 days before we even came up with a name.
Yeah, because we had some off the wall names at first.
Yeah,
but they were all taken. A lot of names were taken.
and that's crazy. That so many names that we come up with were taken. You know, like you'd be like, who thought of that?
Sports people, people who like sports, all
Yeah.
taken.
Yeah.
But then I remember, put the ball down. Like as kids, we would say that, like, if you and me had like a little beef on the playground, we were playing basketball or something. Like, oh, you think you're better than me? Put the ball down. Let's go.
Right.
Or football. I mean, football on concrete when we were growing up was
The
full
thing.
tackle. That was
Yeah.
the thing. We were
Yeah.
we were nuts.
Kids today wouldn't know about that.
Oh no, they have turf.
They have turf and grass.
So spoiled.
They don't know what it is to play on dirt and rocks.
Yeah, and like legit concrete. Our in my grammar school, the entire playground was concrete.
Oh yeah, me too. No grass anywhere near.
Yeah, no grass.
Yeah.
No grass, not at all. Yeah, so put the ball down. That came to mind. So I was like, oh, let me send that to Corey. I think we liked it right away.
Right away. I didn't even need to see another one after that. It was like, that's it right there. Because I figured the name gives us opportunity to not only talk about sports, but also talk about other things. In whatever else we want. Hey, let's talk about this. This came up. Somebody suggested that we talk about this. We could talk about it. It's in the name.
Yeah, I mean, I had people telling me like, "Oh man, that's a really good name. You put the ball down and you talk about other stuff." It's
Right.
like, oh yeah, we are getting old.
Speak for yourself.
I am getting old.
I'm fighting that off.
I get people telling me all the time, "How do you still play football? What's wrong with you?"
Right.
Put the ball down. Okay, we're getting to that age.
Right.
I'm getting to that age, apparently. Not Corey. Black don't crack.
That's what they say.
And they said, why did we start the podcast? And I mean, I went nuts thinking about like why. To be honest with you, at first, I listened to All the Smoke.
Okay.
Love that podcast. I think
Except for
that's my favorite podcast with Matt Barnes and Stack. So good.
Yeah.
So good. And I was like, man, it'd be cool to just sit down with buddies or people that you played sports with or been around and just talk about like your stories, your sports stories. And I was like, oh, I think we could have some fun with that.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go into it. And then I was like, man, it got deep. I was like, I don't get to see family a lot anymore. Like I have a lot of my kids don't live here with me.
Right.
They live with their mom. And I'm like, man, like I don't get to see them a lot. Maybe like doing something like this or get some insight like, hey, Dad has some stories that we've never heard. Like,
Right.
so I got deep with that. I was like, man, my kids will get to see a little bit more of me
Right.
by just hopping on the phones that they're always on, going to a YouTube link and be like,
For
oh,
sure.
we'll get to see our dad. Or my dad is boring, so I'm not going to watch.
Yeah, that's the flip side of it.
So, yeah, I was like, man, family gets to tune in and see how I've grown. I got a beard now. Not
Yeah.
really for that, but I don't know. That's kind of how it started. And then I was like, all right, let's just do it. Let's just have fun with it.
Right.
If people want to come on and talk, like we can shoot the shit and just have fun with it. No, I'm a very private person,
Yes, me too.
and so are you. So like a lot of people don't really know like the ins and outs. I mean, I know I have a lot of people who probably dislike me just based off of what other people have said, and they don't really know the real me.
Right.
Like I don't like letting people in. My parents were super private.
Right.
Super private. I know I was lucky enough. I grew up with both my parents at home.
Okay.
I mean, it was strict. Like it was so private. My dad would close all the blinds during the day.
Oh, during the day.
And just be like, no, I don't want anybody looking inside the house.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want people
can
seeing
see
what
that.
we have. Or I was like, oh, okay, I get that. That's how I am. now I'm like that. Oh my god. But for you grew up with your mom at the house?
Yes, just my mom.
Just the mom
Yeah.
at the house.
So that was and she worked a lot. So yeah, it was a lot of just me doing a lot of things for myself for a long time, or when I was with my grandmother for a while. So, but not having, definitely didn't have a male figure at home as you
No.
did. So it's interesting too to see how alike we are, but coming from a completely different home structure.
Yeah, I had both parents.
Right.
Like, I can't complain. We had the family in the house. It was just strict. You got ass whoopings.
No, I got those.
So, without pops in the picture, like sports, you played sports as a kid, right?
Yes.
What sports did you play?
In high school, I played basketball, football, and track.
Okay, so like mom's was taking you to practice back and forth, or mom's
She
was
took me to
working.
basketball practice occasionally, track practice occasionally. She didn't know I played football until my senior year, so
She didn't like football.
no, she didn't. She wanted no parts of me playing football. She did stick to basketball, and I was like, "Well, there's a problem. I might grow to be 5'9". Like, it's gonna be hard to play basketball.
Everybody else is getting taller.
Right? I'm not. So I took it upon myself to make sure I played football so I could play a little longer. So yeah, but I mean, when it was also one of those ones where I kind of learned how, and this is how my personality is now. If there's a way, right, take the way. Like my mom said, well, if I'm gonna take you to practice, you have practice at 6 in the morning. Well, I go to work at 4 in the morning, so I'm not gonna say no to the ride. I'm just gonna sit outside the doors until they open. So that's what I would do early in the mornings. She dropped me off on her way to work. So maybe pick me up late because on her way home from work if I missed the bus or something. So yeah, but it always worked. I was like, okay, cool. So I'm never that one to panic about anything. Like whenever you see me panic about something,
All the time.
yeah, okay, this guy, everything is I'm nonchalant. Everything is it'll work itself out. I just somehow it'll work itself out.
Yeah, no, it's in high school. I joined every sport I could just to stay out of the house. I'm dead serious, Mom. If you're watching, I know you're watching. I joined every sport I could. Track season's up. We're gonna play track. We're gonna run track.
Right.
Like we're gonna play this. We're gonna play that. Basketball practices, kind of the same thing. My dad would get up super early and go to work. We'd have like 6 a.m. practices.
Right.
He's like, well, I'm going to drive you on my way to work as far as I can. Then I'm dropping you off at a bus stop, and you're going to be an hour early.
Right.
And it was just like, okay. Basketball practices are in the winter. Dude, standing outside of Lane Tech, freezing until like the doors, locker room got open so we could go inside.
Right.
It's like, no, but I'm out the house.
I'm out the house, right?
I'm out the house, and I'm about to go play some basketball before class. Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. Anything I could do to get out of the house. My parents were really strict.
Right.
Really strict. And they're like, no, you can't even play in your own backyard. You want to ride the bike in front of the house? Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah. So that's my escape. I was like, hey, I'm in high school now. Mom, I got practice. What, again?
Again?
Different sport.
Right. Just stay out of the house. So with that being said, would you say when you became an adult or you got out of the house that you wanted to try a lot of things? Or were you more, I would say, cautious about everything because you come from a strict household?
No, I wanted to do everything.
Of course.
I wanted to do everything. Everything. In high school, we had an open campus for lunch.
Right.
Dude, I was like, okay, I'm walking down the street and going to somewhere I've never been before for lunch. Because at home, every single night, rice and beans.
Rice and beans.
Rice and beans every night. I think maybe once or twice a month we'd order out pizza. And the pizza wasn't great, but it was delicious because it wasn't rice and beans. But home cooked meal every night. So,
right.
I mean, you can't really... Now, in hindsight, I'm like, man, we were assholes. We don't want to eat this. We eat it every day. And it's like, man. And now when I get a home-cooked meal, it's
you appreciate
nothing like that. Yeah,
you appreciate
it so much more. You're like, man, we were such little, like, rugrats. Just so I won't curse again. Like, we were fucking assholes. Like, and my mom was slaving away in the kitchen, cooking, dripping of sweat.
Right. That's that good cooking.
Oh my god.
That's that good cooking. When the cook is sweating while cooking, that's the good cooking.
And
no microwaves.
No, barely used the microwave.
Right.
We had no dishwasher. It was clean your dishes.
Right.
Man, we got so many ass whoopings for not cleaning our dishes.
Sign me up for those two.
Dude, you got whooped as a kid.
A lot.
You just had your mom, but
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
tapped that ass.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, it's different nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, the kids still need it. I mean, my point of view, without discipline.
Yeah, that's what we called it. Discipline.
Discipline. It was discipline. It wasn't done viciously, even though some of them
felt vicious.
felt very vicious. To this day, I don't know about statute of limitations on some of them.
Mom, we're going to court.
Right. From 40 years ago. What happened 40 years ago?
Ooh, you dated yourself. How old are you?
Not that old. But anyway. 44. Not that old. But but it helped me. Like, I think without those ass weapons, as we call them, maybe I don't have any structure. Maybe I don't have discipline. Maybe I'm just wild, reckless, and locked up right now.
Yeah, it's true.
So I really can't complain. Except then I wanted to complain every single time.
Dan, I was like, you hate me.
Right.
Why do you hit me so much? And then in hindsight, you're like, man, because you're doing dumb shit.
Yes, for sure.
They told you to shut up, stop making noise. And
3
what
or
did
4
you do?
or 5 times.
7, 8, 9 times.
Right.
And you kept making that noise.
Right.
Like, you got tapped up, and then you learned, hey, maybe I should start listening.
Right.
Maybe I shouldn't do that. I mean, back then I was not grateful. I tried to leave the house at anything. Heck, I have practice. I have this, I have that. I wanted to get out the house. But then, like, when you get older, you're like, they were just protecting us from all the crazy ass shit that was happening in the neighborhood. I had an uncle get shot through the hand by gangbangers, like, a block or 2 away.
Right.
Like, I get it now.
Right. Right.
As you get older, like, you start to understand. But as a kid, like, man, you don't understand what your parents are doing for you. And
Right.
as a parent, I know you see it nowadays.
Yes, for sure. See, my daughters think, and I can see it in their face. Like, why can't I do that? And it's like, I'm not telling you no because you can't do it. I'm telling you no because you shouldn't do it. And let me explain why. And that's when you get the roll over the eyes. Like, here we go.
They know it all. They know. Here it comes with another seminar.
Right, yeah. But I did have a conversation with Brooklyn where she appreciates it. Like, she's like, okay, I see that. Like, I understand you're just trying to keep me out of trouble. And I let her know, look, I'm not trying to take away your fun. I want you guys to have fun. But at the same time, me as a parent, I have to make sure that you're safe first. Your fun comes down the ways. You have to be safe first. So,
yeah, when you get older, you're going to have all the fun you want to have.
And that's even scarier.
Oh, because then mom and dad aren't
there.
there.
I'm not there to try to keep them safe first.
But that's why they put that structure in us really early. Like, hey, you shouldn't do this because then that's going to happen. And you get older, you're like, man, I probably shouldn't do this because then this is going to happen.
Right.
But kids nowadays, it's hard to try to tell them, hey, well, I'm doing this for your own good. Like, they're not hearing any of that.
Right. If it interferes with fun, they don't think we're doing it for their own good. So
mom and dad are jerks.
Yes.
It's like, no.
I'm good with that, though. If me being a jerk keeps them safe, I'm good with that.
Yeah. I'm
not going to complain.
Eventually, they'll come back around.
Yeah.
I didn't have the greatest relationship with my mom.
Right.
Like, I was just like, no. I was like, she just hates me. She doesn't want to let me do anything. I don't know why she doesn't approve of anything I want to do.
Right.
Later in life, you're like, oh, love you, Mom.
Right.
Love you.
Thank you.
I understand.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then we would always get told, I can't wait till you have kids just like you.
Yes.
And I have kids just like me. It's like, damn. Talk about karma. Now it's like, oh, now I got to be the parent. Now I got to be bad cop.
Now you've got to deal with you.
Yeah. And I was like, man, you came out just like me. Oh. I haven't seen my mom in a while either.
Me neither.
No?
Hopefully, I'll see her soon. And Mother's Day. Mother's Day is next weekend, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
next Sunday. At the time of recording this,
Yeah.
next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Is she still out in the burbs?
Yes.
So you grew up in the burbs. Where?
I moved to the burbs when I was 10, Hoffman Estates.
Okay, but you
I lived on the south side of Chicago
okay?
until I was 10.
Where?
Cabrini Green.
Oh,
Yeah.
Name drop.
No. Inglewood. Yeah, people don't know about that.
No, they don't.
Not too many people know about that.
No.
So,
Yeah, I grew up in the city. Now I'm in the burbs with you.
Yep.
But yeah, grew up in the city. I mean, it's a huge difference. Over there, it's over here.
for sure. When I moved to Hoffman Estates, the junior high that I went to, I believe there was only one other black student in the school.
Oh wow.
Culture shock.
I can imagine.
Oh, this is different. It's different. Yeah.
Whoa.
Because when I was going into school in the city, there was, that I knew of, one white guy in my grade. So
When you were in the city.
Yeah. Johnny. Can't forget his name. Yeah.
White boy Johnny.
White boy Johnny.
And we had everything in my grammar school. We had white, black, Hispanic, Asian,
Wow.
Indian.
Right? Yeah.
Man, we had it all.
I don't recall anything other than Johnny. That's strange.
White boy Johnny, send us a DM. I can get you on the show.
I don't think he'll be doing that. So, yeah, but when I moved up to the burbs, that was really, really different. Luckily, I moved around good people. A lot of us also came from the city, and we lived in a complex called Steeple Hill. And
Steeple Hill,
Hoffman Estates. Great neighborhood. Bunch of kids about the same age. I would probably say about 40 kids, right? Anytime you go outside, you're never bored. There's always somebody outside, something to do, something to play, a game to play. So I thought that was great, and we all stuck together. We all are still. Well, I'm still friends with the majority of the kids that I hung out with from the neighborhood. Like even if it's just Facebook, like we constantly reach out. Like we keep trying to have a reunion party, which doesn't happen because we're all so busy.
So hard to put together.
But like we all talk to each other on Facebook, or somebody will post something about Steeple Hill, and they get like 200 comments, like quick. Like it's just we're still keeping involved with each other's lives, so that helps. It's pretty cool.
It is hard to stay in touch with people.
Oh, of
like
course.
Facebook helps, social media helps.
Right.
Like see what everybody's doing, like see everybody's highlights. But hanging out, that is tough.
That's tough. Plus, we all live so far. Different locations, and then the working, kids playing sports, kids, like it's hard. But it should happen more,
Yeah. Well, when growing up, did you guys like have family parties, family get-togethers, and all that?
We did mostly just on holidays.
Big family or no?
Huge family.
Huge family. Same.
When I lived in the city, I lived around the corner from some of my cousins, so that was fun. Like, go right around the corner, spend a couple of days at the auntie's house. Come back home like nothing. It was right around the corner, and vice versa. They come stay at our house. But like parties, I wouldn't say we had parties until it was a holiday, like Christmas or Thanksgiving or something.
Family get together.
Yeah.
No more?
Yeah. Very few.
Dude, growing up, we used to have the biggest family party on both sides of my family.
Right.
Biggest parties. Tons of people, music, dancing, laughing. Like that slowly started to fade away as we got older. I think that's one of the things I miss the most.
Right.
Being a kid, like the family get-togethers, getting carried to the car, knocked out, tired.
Oh, those were the nights.
Parents were partying,
Yeah.
aunts and uncles were partying, and the kids were like, knocked out on top of the coats in
Right,
the bedroom. Don't
right.
worry about it.
Those were great nights. I mean, just playing until you pass out, sleep somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, and then next thing you know, you're being woken up to either get put into a car or taken out of a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, though. Yeah, I remember those, and I make fun of my kids like when I have them out late and they get to go through it, and they're like wanting me to pick them up. No, you're too big for that. No,
Your
you're
kids
walking.
now?
Not now, but I mean, even when they were young, it was still like no. My kids were. I don't think I ever had a time where they were light in their strollers or carrying them. They're always heavy. You know, they're solid kids.
Solid kids.
Solid kids. You know, and it's like, nah, I don't want to carry you. Come on, wake up, walk.
Dude, the best was on the way home from these parties when you're a little older, you can like understand what your parents are talking about.
Right.
Dude, I call it the sports center.
Right.
And I do it with you after football games.
Yes.
I'm like, bro, give me the ESPN, give me the sports center,
ESPN.
break it down. How did we do? No, like you to hear your parents like, oh yeah, did you see so and so? Yeah, new boyfriend. You saw that? I wonder where the old boyfriend is. I'm like, everybody does it. Everybody does it.
Yeah.
Like I don't want anybody being like, oh my god, your parents used to. No, it's called bochinche in Spanish. Like it's just gossip. Like
Gossip.
my parents, I do it when we leave anything now. Like, hey, so how was that? Oh yeah, so and so. Yeah, so and so. Everybody does it. So funny. It is hilarious. This was my favorite part of parties was hearing my parents talk about just the sports center, the breakdown.
But that's carried on in your life with everything. Like every time we leave something,
True.
as soon as we start driving, you're like, so what did you think about that? Like all the time. Practice, games, anything that we. So what did you think about that? And we have that, and that's how all our conversations start.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, that was like that. That's yeah. You still do that.
I still do that.
What?
No matter what it is.
Right.
Like,
So
oh, yeah,
what did you think about that tattoo? How did it go?
Dude. Yeah, it stuck with me. The sports center.
The sports center.
The sports center. Every time I get in a car, it's like, hey. Well, I think it was because my parents wouldn't play a lot of music.
Right.
They would talk.
Right.
So now whenever there's no music in the car, like I start like, hey, let's talk about it.
Right. And that's not
now
bad.
if you turn on the music, now I'm just gonna
Right.
listen to music.
No, and that's not bad. And I think music, I'm the same way. So here it is. When music's playing, I hear music. The minute there's no music, it's either deep thoughts or I have to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Like instantly. If there's no music on in my truck while I'm driving, I have to call somebody. Like there is no second thought. I have to call somebody or I have to have a thought process going on at that time, like something that is affecting my life. It's never just random, oh, look at that sign they put up there. It's deeper than that. You know what I'm saying?
Super deep.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's why sometimes I try to make sure I turn the music because I know people hate when I call them when I'm driving because it's for sure a long conversation, you know. Like, oh, Corey's calling. He must be in the car. You know.
Well, let's pick this one up.
Right.
Let's talk to him during his drive.
Yeah. Sure.
So,
and I appreciate everybody that takes my phone calls while I'm driving.
Man, how old were you when you had your first kid?
My first kid, let me see. Brooklyn's now 16. 16 years ago. 44, 16 years ago.
Do the math.
Right. What is that, 28?
Oh, you were older.
Older. Yeah.
Around 28.
Yeah.
You were married already?
Yes.
So you were you prepared? Like was it planned? Like
Yes.
You're like, yeah, we're having a kid.
Yes. We kind of put things in an order in which we wanted to do it. Get a house and then have a kid.
That's
and
pretty cool.
We did it in that order.
I was trying to do that.
Yeah.
I was like, I was using my dad as a blueprint. Like, dad works shit ton of hours, wife, kids, house. All right, we're going to do this. It happened early. I was still in college. I was 21 when I had my daughter, when I had Natalie. 21. I was not ready. I thought I was ready. I was trying to fake it. I wasn't ready. It's funny. You know Huxley played flag football with us.
Yes.
So Huxley remembers me bringing Natalie in the carrier to class.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. That's funny. I've seen that on shows and movies, but I've never seen it in person. So if you did it in person, that's cool. That shows dedication.
Yeah,
dedication. Like,
nuts.
hey, nothing's gonna stop me. I got to get this done. Take the kids with me.
Dude, it was so hard. So hard. 11 months later, another baby.
Oh, wow. Quick.
Yeah, Irish twins, I think they call it.
Okay. Wow.
Wasn't ready for that either.
Mine was a year later. No, it wasn't. It was like 2 years later because they're 2 years apart. 2 years apart.
Yeah. Dude, it's hard. At that age, I wasn't ready. I wasn't mentally ready.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, well we got to get married. Went to City Hall. Got married. We weren't ready for that either.
At a young age, with 2 kids.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, we have kids. We got to do this the right way.
Right.
We got to get married. Got to get our own spot. Oh, man, we crashed and burned. Crashed and burned.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because it's like, man, like I was like, we got to keep the family together. Through thick and thin. That's do his part, right?
Oh, yeah, that's what they say.
That's what they say, but it's hard. It's hard. Like,
doesn't always work out that way.
If it's not going to work out, it's not going to work out. But I was just like, I was so set on this has got to work.
Right.
Like, I don't know anything outside of that. Like, because of my parents, and that's all I remember, like, knew. I was like, man, what's divorce? That doesn't happen.
Right.
Like, you just figure it out. No, got divorced. You got divorced too, right?
Yes.
So we're both divorcees.
Yes.
We went through that. Was yours bad?
Which part?
The divorce in general? Mine was bad. We were young, so it was stupid.
Not as bad. Not as bad as what I've seen from other friends or people that I know. So I will say that it wasn't that bad. I don't think we ever had that screaming, yelling, breaking stuff type fight. You
guys were older.
Yeah, we were older. And then mature. Both of our personalities kind of like didn't let that happen. So I think, yeah, that kind of maybe made it a little easier for the divorce part. But it's never how you envision it. No matter how you envision it, it's never like that. It's never as bad, and it's never easy. It's never. It can't be easy to get divorced because divorce actually means failure. If you live to it, hey, this is a life-term deal, and you don't live up to it, it's failure. And people who like us in sports, we don't do well with failure.
Not at all.
So yeah, it's rough.
Wow, that's a different way to put it. Like you felt like I felt like a failure. I guess that makes sense. I feel like I was like, man, I wasn't good enough to make this work.
Right.
Like my dad did it. I was like, I'm not, man. Yeah, trying to live up to what my dad's always done.
Right.
Yeah, that does make it tough. Any good memories, sports memories when you were little?
Like the Bears winning the Super Bowl.
Oh my God, absolutely. That's right. You were old enough to understand that.
Really?
I wasn't born yet.
Really?
I was born 2 months later.
2 months. Okay. Yeah, I got to see that. That was dope. That was, I think, the first championship that I've ever seen. Was the Bulls? Well, first here in Chicago.
Dude, that must have been cool.
It was pretty cool. It was really cool. Cool and sad and depressing at the same time because I was a fan of Walter Payton and he didn't score a touchdown. So you're kind of like, yeah, we won, but Walter didn't score. Like,
so you felt bad for him?
I felt bad for him. That kind of stinks. You make it to the Super Bowl and you're the man, like you got them there, and then you don't get to score in the biggest game. So that kind of stinks a little bit, but
that's a pretty cool.
It
memory.
happens.
That's a cool memory. Okay. Side note: I think Ditka came out and said that he had a bet.
Yes, I heard that too, and that's terrible. That's truly terrible. If that's factual, that's terrible.
So he had a bet that Perry would score 2 touchdowns or something.
I don't know if the number was there, but he did bet that Perry would score, from what I hear.
That's fucked up.
So Yeah, that's even worse for Walter. So
Like, there's a reason why you didn't score,
right,
bud.
because they had the ball on the 2-yard line
Couple times.
a couple times. Perry scores touchdowns. Like Perry would have been a great lead blocker for Walter to score a touchdown.
He would have walked in.
Walked in untouched. Just thank you. On top
Walter
of
out.
Wheatie boxes. Yeah. So.
Man.
But
Okay,
yeah,
did you play any sports as a kid? Like
Yes.
a little kid?
A little kid, no.
No.
Not organized. I didn't play any organized sports until I got to high school.
Oh, I played little league, like baseball.
I wanted to do that, but no, I didn't. I think I saw it on TV or something.
The Little League World Series or something?
Something like that. And that was the only time I saw baseball, organized baseball. I mean, we played a little baseball around the hood, but it wasn't the same.
I remember my dad was my little league coach. Well, he wasn't at first, but I guess whoever the coach was just lazy or just unreliable.
Of course.
So my dad steps in.
Of course. That's usually what happens. And that's good.
And he's like, hey, you're the starting pitcher. Way bigger than taller than these kids. 8, 9 years old, something like that.
Okay.
He goes, you're pitching. I was like, what? Okay. Throw as hard as you can. Just throw as hard as you can.
Right.
They're not going to be able to hit you. Man, I was killing it. And then I got cocky. I looked over during a game, and I was like we had a signal. We didn't have a signal. And I was like, yeah? He goes, yeah. I don't know what you're asking me for. So I, as hard as I could, I think I closed my eyes. Oh, I beamed this kid right in the back. I felt terrible. This kid fell down, started crying.
You should have felt terrible. Trying to show off and hurt somebody.
We were undefeated. But that kid felt it. He did not want any part of another at bat.
Right.
But, man, I think that's where I got hooked to winning.
Oh, okay.
I was like, man, my dad got to coach me.
Right.
Like, we went undefeated. Whenever he could, he was like, you're pitching. I was like, yes.
Right.
I personally like playing the outfield.
Okay.
You got to run and catch. That's what I like to do. But pitching, you're the guy.
Right.
Oh, man.
All the attention's on you.
Yeah. I mean, won the championship. My dad got a coaching championship trophy because the other guy was just a no-show.
Oh, okay.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. And then after that, I'm not going to say that they didn't put me in sports because I wanted to play sports. I think it was, they just didn't have the time.
Right.
Like, I also had a brother and sister who had their own lives, and my mom was just one person. She couldn't be all over the place. My dad was working 16 hours a day. Yeah. I can see that now. Like, trying to get the kids into sports. Like, one kid would have to go there. Another kid has to go across town to another gym at a certain time.
Right.
Like, you still got work schedules. You still got school schedules. Like, it is tough. So I can see why they weren't really like, we're not putting all that on our plate either.
Right.
But you got to take yourself to everything. Oh.
Most of the stuff. A lot of times practices, I ran to practice, walked to practice, however I got there. But quite a bit, my mom drove me. It was just really early,
Was she supportive of you in sports outside of football?
Outside of football, yes. She showed up to the track meet. She showed up to the basketball games. Yeah, she enjoyed those sports also because she ran track, and she liked basketball. So definitely she wanted to see me play. And I don't know why she showed up to the basketball games. I wasn't really good. I mean, I tried hard, I just couldn't shoot to save my life.
I mean, you got little hands.
Layup or nothing.
Layup or nothing.
So, but yeah, she was there for me. She was there to support me.
That's pretty dope. I think my parents came to a track meet. I think one. Yeah, my parents weren't. I don't know. They didn't really go to a lot of games. My dad was busy. He worked a lot. And on the weekends, it was like, hey, that's when he sleeps, or that's when he's working on other projects.
Of course.
But yeah, no, not a lot. Not a lot of games that they came to. Sad. Mom, I know you're watching.
Now you're gonna hit her with a guilt trip, huh?
Yeah, I tried to. She came like, stop being soft. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay. Okay. So you were known as a bully.
What? Where did you get that from?
Some kid
No.
sent us an inbox
No.
about eating grass one day.
I know you're making that up, but it did happen. It wasn't my fault though.
Okay, well, what happened?
No, but see, he didn't eat grass. I was eating grass.
You were eating
See,
grass.
I was not a bully.
Okay, so
I
tell me
got
the story.
Clarify
it.
We definitely can't talk about that story.
Why not?
It did not end well. So let's just say we were playing this game, and we can't even say the name of the game now because it's so politically incorrect. But what happens is it's one person on one end of the field and a group of people on the other end of the field. I think now they may call it like Killer Man just to change the name of it. So the group throws the ball to the one person. The one person has to score a touchdown. Right?
One versus everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
So they throw me the ball. I think it was maybe me against 5 at the time. And I score. And what you do is you just turn around and try to score at the other end the next time. And I score. Turn around and I score.
So it's you versus all these kids?
Me versus all these kids.
Like running through them?
Yes.
Oh, so this is like full contact?
Yes.
Okay.
So you keep doing this until you're tackled. And then once you get tackled, you throw the ball up in the air. Whoever catches it, now they have to score.
Okay.
Right. Well, I didn't get to that point. I scored about 5 or 6 times. And then finally one kid was like, hey, I've had enough of this. So he just trips me. I'm running full speed, trips me. Land on the ball, knock all the air out of me. Turn over, and he's like dropping grass in my mouth.
Oh, because you're down there like this.
Yes.
Everybody's felt that. You fall on,
Yes.
you fell on a football. You know what it feels like.
Terrible. So my
you're eating grass.
response to that was not the right thing to do at that time.
What did you do?
Just coughed up the biggest loogie and gave him the grass back. Yeah. Yeah. So, but again, I didn't start that. Like, he shouldn't put the grass in my mouth, right? So, yeah, I'm not proud of that story, but it happened.
No, but checking a bully is always a happy ending.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I mean, all right. So you weren't always this big.
No.
So you were an athlete before. I know. I Googled you.
Yeah.
And saw a bunch of clippings from high school. Like you got hurt. You hurt your back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Broke my back at work.
You broke your back at work.
Yeah.
Where were you working at?
At the gas company.
Okay.
That I'm still working at now. 16 years.
Oh, 16 years?
16 years. Yeah.
Well, I've had more than 16 jobs. It's true.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're working for the gas company.
Yeah.
And how the hell did you break your back?
I was out reading meters. I was a meter reader at the time. And as I was walking up to a house, a dog comes out of nowhere, jumps.
Big dog?
Medium-sized dog. Not a big dog. It was a medium-sized dog. I would say something like golden retriever size.
Okay.
Okay. So he lunges at me, and I do the Matrix, lean back, lean forward, hit the dog, go get out of the yard. And as I'm walking back to my truck, just didn't feel right. And
The dog came out of nowhere?
came out of nowhere. See, this is what happens when you live in the burbs and everybody have electric fences. Dogs are in the yards and you don't know it, you know. But so there was also maybe a couple of cars in the driveway. So I'm thinking the dog came from around the opposite side of the house and popped out through the cars, and it just was on me like quick. Like I didn't hear no barking. It was just there lunging at me, you know. So yeah. And when I went to the doctor was like,
Whoa. Pause. Okay. Dog lunges at your face. Rah, 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 right?
Yes.
You avoid him by doing the Matrix. So
Hit
you
him with the Matrix.
okay, dog goes flying by you.
Flying by.
Like,
I run out of the yard.
oh, so you didn't fall or anything?
No, didn't fall. I should have fallen. That's what the doctor told me. I should have fallen.
So the matrix, like,
Yeah.
that's what hurt you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Broke
go ahead,
off
continue.
the last vertebrae.
Oh.
Yeah. Doctor's like, well, we wouldn't be having these problems if you had just fallen.
Oh, so you broke what?
My last vertebrae off.
Oh man, were you on bed rest or something?
A lot had surgery. A lot of fusion and rods and stuff put in my back.
Oh, so you got robo back.
Robo back. Yeah.
Oh, so then no working out, no doing
For a while.
anything.
Well, and also there was complications with the surgeries, with my recovery procedures as far as what I was supposed to do to get back walking right and things. Like the doctor decided he wanted to make me like this test dummy to see how fast he can get somebody back to work.
Oh.
You know, so yeah, just he messed up a lot of other stuff. So
You recently said that you're having even more problems with your back.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go to the doctor?
I'm scared to go to the doctor because the last
one fucked me up. Doctors, we love you guys because you guys save the world and you save lives, but you guys scare the hell out of me too.
Right.
Because man, if you mess up, man, that's your spine.
Right. So yeah,
That's scary. So a dog took you out, huh?
The dog took me out.
I didn't even touch you.
Right. I just let him bite. Well, no, I couldn't.
You should have sacrificed the cheek. I
No.
would have.
I was trying to avoid that too. I don't want any. I mean, dog bite that leads to rabies shots, right?
Does it?
I think
Not
so.
a house dog.
You never know. Better be safe than sorry. They're probably gonna get the shots anyway.
Okay, instead.
So I didn't want to get any shots, so I tried to avoid all of that.
Man, why didn't you just stiff arm the little fucker?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Oh man, he was jumping at your face. You didn't see him.
it was quick.
Dude, that sucks.
It was quick.
Okay, so you put on weight.
Yes, put on some weight.
Tried to start working out again a couple of times, but your back just keeps giving you problems.
Right. Yeah. It's just one of those things, and it's maybe it's also excuses. You know, it's that too. I'm not even gonna lie. It's excuses also. At the beginning, yeah, it was more of every time I tried to work out, I would have back problems. My back pains would be more often. So then it was like, well, I don't want to feel worse to try to look better. So screw it, you know, and then just slowly just kept putting on the pounds. So
We actually weighed him the other day.
we're going to keep that number to ourselves.
Why?
For right now. Yeah, we don't need to put that number out there.
Well, he's in the 300 club.
For now.
And he's been giving me excuses about working out.
I have.
But if anybody out there knows a good doctor,
Good doctor,
send us a message so we can get him right. Because, man, that's scary.
That's a start.
That's scary. Back.
Yeah.
I herniated 2 discs in my back, in my lower back, and that put me out for months.
Yeah.
Like, waking up to go use the bathroom in the middle of the night, that was an adventure.
Yeah.
I felt like, what's that movie? What's that kid's movie? The Hunchback of Notre Dame. That's how I would walk.
Ooh.
I would just be bent over trying to go to the toilet.
Yeah, I've walked like that before.
Dude, bad.
Yeah. When the back hurts, it's like when it's your back, it's like your life, like your legs, like none of that works right. So yeah, it's crazy. So I've experienced it. I'm experiencing it, and I'm trying to like get through it without being stuck on pills again. Like that was another thing that happened. Not that I took them to like where I was
you were in
addicted to
pain,
them, but I would say that I took more than my fair share of them. You know, like so. Yeah, because you're just trying to just not feel like crap every single day. You know.
Yeah, and it's easy to just pop a pill.
Oh, for sure.
That would. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, but I mean, also I kind of knew the long-term effects of popping pills. Like I knew you could be addicted to them. So I never got to that point where I was popping more than I needed. You know, like if I was in some pain, 1 pill. If I was in a lot of pain, 1 pill. It was when those days when, okay, I really can't walk and I'm in a lot of pain. Okay, let's take 2 pills now. You know, so yeah, because I know that's scary too. You get a lot of people addicted to pills.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah. Lucky for me, those pills
wanna do
make
that.
me nauseous as hell.
Now, see, for me, it takes a couple days before I get to that point. So I don't know how people can do it. Like, how do you keep taking the pills and not hit that nauseous, sick part?
Yeah.
Because it happens to me. If I take them for more than 4 days, then I get to that point where they make me sick. Like, I want to throw up and stuff. So, but I guess everybody's body's different. So
It's true. And speaking of bodies getting different, we're going to figure you out a doctor situation, figure out your bag so we can get you working out,
for sure.
get you feeling strong again.
Yeah.
So you're not walking with that wobble. You can tell when Corey's hurting. When he starts that wobble,
Oh,
it's like,
absolutely.
oh.
Absolutely.
His bag's hurting.
Yeah. So yeah, I gotta get this taken care of.
Yeah.
For sure.
I started going to a chiropractor. Ooh.
I've done that once. I did that one time. Yeah.
Like they did the whole neck and everything?
Yeah.
Dude, that's scary. The first time I went in.
Oh, it just gives me just thinking about it. You saw it.
And I love cracking my own neck.
Oh, yes.
Like, I'm good with that, but for somebody to just hold your head and you're just like, oh God.
Yeah.
And
I can't even do it anymore. I used to crack my own neck.
I mean, you barely have a neck.
Oh, this guy. After I went to a chiropractor, I could no longer do it myself.
No?
No, I cannot anymore. I used to every day just lean to the side, crack, lean to the side, crack. I can't do it anymore.
No?
Yeah, they ruined me.
Come to my chiropractor.
I might have to do it, but I got to get the back checked out first in case.
Yeah, well, I'll ask him.
Okay.
Dr. Anthony.
Okay.
Cool guy.
Right.
He performed at Bannerman's. He has a band.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I think we had talked about that.
Before you had your technical difficulties.
So Bannerman's, where's that at?
Bannerman's, Bartlett. It's off of 59 and Stearns.
Okay.
It's a really, really nice sports bar. Huge. Tons of TVs everywhere. Oh, it's a really nice place. But
I've never been there. We got to check it out.
I've never really been to live. I've worked concerts and stuff, but like a live band, cover band type. Like I've never been to a bar to see that. That was fun.
Right.
People were having a good time.
I've been to a few of them, and most of the time they weren't good. Like just my luck of the draw, you know. But you know what? When you're there with good people, though, it's just noise in the background, right? You know, I talk a lot, so it doesn't really matter what's going on. So
I know they were good.
Yeah,
they were good. They got Bino up on stage.
Oh, okay.
Bino's he has his own podcast.
Okay.
The Jamcast. Yeah, he got up on there, sang a song.
Oh, nice.
That was pretty cool. But I'm telling you, Dr. Anthony. Like, we'll see what he says. I'll see if he needs you to get like X-rays or something beforehand.
Yeah.
What else? What you got coming up?
I'm planning this trip to Puerto Rico.
He's piggybacking. I might be in Puerto Rico in July for a wedding. So Corey's never been.
Never been.
So he's like, hey, when you go, I'll go just so I know somebody there while I'm there. I'm like, oh, that's smart.
Right. And I told you last year after you came back, you and Betsy came back, that next time you go, I was going. Right? Isn't that what I said? Next time you go, I'm going.
He said, I'm booking the flight.
Yeah.
And I'm going.
So I'm doing that.
No, it's fun.
It's different for me because I never do things like that. Like, that's not my personality. I don't say I'm going to do something like that, leave the country. Well, it's technically still. But go somewhere and do it. You know, usually, unless it's Florida. I do it every single year. But, so I'm like, you know what? I said it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this year. I'm go somewhere that I've never been, that I definitely want to go. And someone that I know is going to be there. So
maybe we'll do a podcast episode from out there. Oh, that'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
It's not gonna sound like this because I'm not paying an extra luggage fee for all these mics. But it's so nice. I love it out there. I mean, I haven't been there since last year or since the whole COVID thing. So they say stuff is weird. I mean, weird everywhere.
It's weird everywhere.
Yeah. So. You go to Florida every year for flag football?
Yes.
For the national championship?
I've been 18 out of 20 years.
Yeah, bro. That's a long time.
Yeah, long time. Lots of years.
That's a long time. What else you got coming up?
Other than booking the flight to Puerto Rico, not much. Anxious to see if Raven's going to be playing basketball. 'cause that's always fun. I definitely want to see her play again soon, because with the whole COVID, she didn't get to play last year, and she's been putting in the work, so she wants to play. I want to see how much better she's gotten, So we'll see about that. See how my nephew improves in track. That's gonna be cool to watch. And then find as many opportunities I can to go see these Bears play now that we have a quarterback.
Oh, he's been dying to talk about it. Dying to talk about it.
I wouldn't exactly say dying, but
he almost died in my bathroom. He couldn't breathe. He was choking.
That's different.
Because I told him we had to wait till later in the episode to talk about it. And he just did not want to wait. So he started hacking up a lung.
Oh, yep. That was the reason.
Okay, so the Chicago Bears draft quarterback Justin Fields from The Ohio State University. You happy?
I am. And I have mixed emotions because I am not an Ohio State fan at all. Like,
what does that have to do with
anything?
I don't
like Ohio State. I don't like, because a friend of mine, Derek, is a big time over the top Ohio State fan. So even when good players come out, I would just say they're trash.
That's
just
terrible.
To make them mad, And now here we are with a quarterback from Ohio State, and I like him. I saw him. I saw he was on some show a couple of years ago before he was in college. So they just showed a couple of his high school games.
Do his documentary.
Yes.
Or
I forgot what it's called. QB1. Yes.
On Netflix.
So I saw him on there. So then to see him play at Ohio State, I remember that guy. He was on that QB1 show. And now he's the quarterback of my Chicago Bears. So it's
the backup quarterback.
No, he's going to be the starting quarterback. Don't do that. I give him 3 weeks.
They told Andy Dalton that he's the guaranteed starter
for game 1.
Ooh.
Did they put a number?
They just said he was the starter.
Game 1.
Game?
I'll give him 3 weeks. Unless they're 3-0, maybe even 4. Week 4. Week 4 is a good number.
If they're 3-0, they're not.
Then you're right. They wouldn't and they shouldn't, and I'm okay with that.
Now, did you see our schedule?
I have not seen the schedule
It
yet.
is not fun.
Good. We'll be 0-4. Now we get to sneak them in, teach them the game, slowly but surely,
I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
I'm excited.
I don't want them to rush him, though. I will say that. Don't rush him. If we have a good thing going, don't rush him in there. Don't mess that up. Don't ruin him. We don't want a Derek Carr situation. Let him learn the game at this level slowly. Worst case scenario, I forgot who did it before. Give him packages. A series. This series of the game, you're going to go in and play the series. Whether we score or not, that's your series of the game. I'm okay with that too. Anything not to make him have a bad rookie year and ruin him. But I definitely want to see him play, though.
Yeah, dude, his jerseys are going to sell out.
Like crazy.
Andy Dalton's been our quarterback for a month.
Right.
I don't think he sold a single jersey.
I hope. I mean, you would think some family members would have bought a jersey or two. A Bears Dalton jersey.
Like, put yourself in Andy Dalton's shoes. Yes, I get my starting quarterback position on a team. They guaranteed me the starting spot. Who'd you draft?
Wait, who did you trade up to draft?
What did you trade up to draft? Okay, you traded up to draft a quarter. Oh. And then the entire Chicago social media atmosphere explodes saying we finally got a quarterback.
Right.
Dude, he's got to be shitty right now.
Yeah.
He's like, well, the first interception I throw, Chicago's going to eat me alive. And here comes Justin Fields.
It won't be that quick, and he knows that. But that's what it's going to feel like.
Well, yeah, because Chicago's going to go nuts. Right. If there's fans in the stadium.
Right. Which the commissioner said there will be.
Full
I don't know
stadiums.
how many. Did he say full stadiums?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, they're gonna start chucking shit onto the field. We want Fields. We want Fields. Dude, It's gonna happen game 1.
It can't. I hope not. I might be one of those people. But I'm just saying. Oh, it depends on how preseason goes.
Dude,
How does
what did you
preseason
call
go?
him? The Red Rocket or
I didn't call him anything. I think his nickname is the Red Rifleman.
Red Rifleman?
Yeah.
Well, and he has a short leash.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how it pans out.
I can't wait to see him.
Me
I
neither.
can't wait to see Justin Fields, though.
I'm
That's
really
gonna be fun
excited.
to watch.
I'm really excited. I'm trying to not be too excited, but I am.
Well, that'll be the next jersey that if we can find one, we give away.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
we
have a black.
Oh, nice.
All black. Khalil Mack, Salute to Service Edition jersey that we will be giving away.
Okay.
What do you want to do for them to win it? What do they have to do?
Subscribe.
It's hard to track.
Okay. Hard to track.
Share. Share this episode.
Share the episode. Okay.
If you share this episode on Facebook,
we can see it then, right?
yeah.
Okay. So share it on Facebook, and let's do something else. Let's make it where
A two-parter?
Yeah, two-parter.
Okay, what's
Share and give us your best sports moment. Either let it be a game, when you played Little League, whatever. You or your child. Let's include the kids too.
okay.
In case the parents didn't play sports, if their kid is playing sports, give us a sports moment.
Okay. In order to win the jersey, you have to share your favorite sports moment, whether it's you playing or your kids playing, or like Corey. Corey was being able to watch the Bears win the Super Bowl. That's
Right.
your favorite childhood sports moment.
Correct.
Leave us in the comments your favorite sports memory, and you'll be automatically entered to win the jersey. I think that's a good one.
Okay, good.
And while you're at it, subscribe, like, share, do all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. That helps.
But yeah, and then we will try to get our hands on a Justin Fields jersey because those are going to be a hot ticket.
Right.
Everybody's going to want one of those.
Me too. And I don't even own the Bears jersey anymore. I don't think I wanted to purchase one because it was just people that I didn't think were going to be here a long time. Like Mac, everybody had a Mac jersey, so I didn't want one for that reason. I think I'm going to get a Fields jersey, though.
Oh, that's going to be a big Fields jersey.
This guy.
I still love you. I
Somebody's
can't wait
gonna
to
really
read the stories.
Oh, that too. I'm looking forward to seeing that too. But
What other DMs did we get? Oh, is Corey single?
no.
Got that a
we
couple
didn't
times.
No way.
Yes.
No, I don't believe that. I think
Yeah.
you just made that up right this moment just to throw me out there like that. See?
So the answer to to everyone's question is
Your
Corey.
question.
Don't put me in this.
You put you in this. No one asked me that. No one asked that. I can almost guarantee it. No one cares.
Okay, the almost part is where I win. So the answer is
What's the question again?
thank you guys for watching the Put the Ball Down podcast. We haven't been around in a little bit. We finally got to get back in front of the camera. We are going to have a guest coming on soon. We're going to have fun with it.
Yes, for sure.
We had a couple people start reaching out,
Yes.
saying that they want to come on. So we're starting to schedule out when to record with them.
Yep.
Any messages, any shout outs you want to give?
Messages. Be safe. Take care of each other. That's always good, right? In this time of day. Shout outs, Keith Boyce. For the cut.
Getting a fresh haircut.
Fresh cut. But yeah, how about yourself?
Not much. Love each other. There's enough angry people out there. We don't need any more.
For sure.
Yeah, no, I asked you and I didn't have anything myself.
Well.
Shout out Keith Boyce. Lining up. Corey had everybody talking about him at football.
Yeah.
Showing off his dimple. Look how proud he is of that dimple.
I don't know.
He's been showing it off the entire episode.
No.
I've never seen you smile this much.
Whatever.
See, there he goes again.
No. I think it's like no, I do smile quite a bit. So I'm not showing off the dimple.
Mine's on the other side. He wouldn't let me sit there.
Yo, really? I wouldn't like you to say that. All right.
Anything else?
We can switch seats next week then.
No.
Good.
No.
I was hoping you'd say that.
What else? Anything else you want to throw in there just to have it on video just in case I can use it or not?
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Or see you soon. Whichever one comes first.
Whichever one comes first. Appreciate all the comments, all the feedback. It's been pretty cool to get people out of the blue asking, hey, when are you guys doing the next show?
Yeah.
Can I be on the show? It's pretty cool to get those messages.
Yeah, absolutely. We need more of those too. We need and more suggestions about things to talk about. We would like those.
Yeah. We're parents. We love sports. We love everybody, really, in general. Oh. For another episode.
Right.
All right. So back to the question that we got in our DMs. Is Corey single?
Yes.
Oh.
There you go. It wasn't, I mean, it's not difficult, but I don't believe that people ask that. So.
No, we had one person ask.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you go on your fake account? You and
I
Kevin
catfished.
Garnett. You and Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett, Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, yeah.
It's my homie.
Yeah. Right. You both with your burner accounts.
Man, tons of burner accounts. Man, there's so many people who have those.
I would never.
You heard it here first. Corey is single and ready to mingle.
Oh, sure. All of that.
All right, guys. Next episode, we're going to have a guest on. Hope you guys can tune in for that one. Please like, subscribe, share.
All of that.
Leave a comment. Hit the like button. Hit the dislike button if you just didn't like it. If you stayed this long, we appreciate you.
For sure.
Because Corey barely got through it.
What?
Did you spray the bathroom after you used it?
For sure.
Okay.
Always. Yes.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, guys. See you guys on the next one. Peace.
This guy.
What? How you doing?
Did you spray the bathroom?
I didn't know what else to say.